G'day guys, Chris from Racecraft Simulations. I know it's been a while, but we're finally back and we're doing some H-pattern shifter work. That's right, it's time to put the H-pattern shifter, the SimVertex, through its paces. So checking out the SimVertex H-pattern shifter on the bench here at Racecraft. At a glance, looking at it out of the box, it looks pretty awesome. It's pretty decently sized though. It's got a big footprint on it, some good mounting options, and it looks like it operates a single axle that you move across, and it actuates each of these three detents with an adjustable ball spring in the main body as well. A cool little old school shift knob feel on the top. There's some different options you can do for the handles and the likes, and it all comes semi-disassembled inside this really cool Pelican case, packed away in the nice foam. It's even got a wicked little USB. How cool is that? Proper mil-spec connector as well. Not fully mil-spec, but the proper decent connector, so you're never going to have the USB fall out of the shifter when things are getting a little bit violent on your rig at home. So on the surface, things look pretty good. It's a nice finish, nice clear plastic in the side, so you can actually see parts of the mechanism in there. Good solid mounting. You would need something like a 120mm extrusion to mount this to, or at least a decent plate coming off the side of your rig. And then if you're on an extrusion rig like we have here at Racecraft, you'll be able to bolt it up and set the height, set the positioning to where you need it in your rig. Then you can start banging some gears. Initial feeling, it's pretty good. It's got like a nylon ball in here that keeps it nice and smooth. So in between shifts, it's actually really smooth, which is impressive to start off. Can't wait to get this home. I'll take it home, get it on the home rig, get it fired up, and start banging some laps in the Lotus 79. So I was going to do a live take segment recording and talking through how the shifter feels live while using it and driving the 79 Lotus in iRacing. One little issue though, my webcam didn't quite like the violence of how hard I was shifting the car. When you're banging pedals and heel towing through the gears, getting around the racetrack, everything moves around, especially on an all-in-one integrated style rig. So I decided to film some of the action driving the Lotus 79 around Alton Park and then come back and talk about it in-house at Racecraft. On the surface, this looks like a killer option if you're looking for something that's gonna solve the issue of H-pattern shifting. In iRacing, there's only a very small handful of cars that are still H-pattern shifted, but there is a lot of sim titles out there that will use H-pattern gearboxes and go away from your flappy paddle gearboxes or even your stick shift. If you want to stick to that old school proper simulation, if you really like driving those H-pattern cars, this is definitely a killer option. It feels amazing in hand, the shifts were super crisp, and at first I wasn't fully happy with the way things were feeling in the rig, so I decided to get the Allen keys out, make a couple of adjustments to the detent springs, and then bam, things are feeling amazing. The shifts are nice and crisp, it's really easy to set up, you're never really going to be jumping gears and stuff like that. iRacing does things a little differently the way it picks up the H-pattern shifters, but it was pretty easy to get set up and going, and overall a really good investment. They are quite pricey, but for the kinds of the people who are looking for that really authentic H-pattern shifting feel, going away from the out-of-the-box plastic like from your Logitechs and your Thrustmasters, even into your Fanatec range, if you really want that proper hardcore shifting feel that you don't feel like you're going to break off just in your fingers, this is the way to go. The SimVertex shifter is definitely a solid solution, and that is a very quick hot take review of the SimVertex H-pattern shifter from Racecraft Simulations.